dear students. So in the last class we have discussed what are the differences between formal and informal organization. So let me go to the next topic, that is delegation and decentralization. Okay, so first let me discuss what is that delegation is. So delegation, so many times I use this term delegation. So what it means? So it refers to the downward transfer of authority to subordinates in the organization. Okay, so we know that there is a chain of authority. There is a chain of authority. Okay, so there will be, suppose we are going to take an example of school management. So there will be president. There will be president. Okay, so again there will be principal. There will be principal. Again there will be vice principal. Okay, so below vice principal there will be departmental heads. Department heads. Okay, or HODs. Again below that teachers. So that goes like this. Okay, then in this chain of communication, or in this chain of authority, each of the parties, they have some authority, they have some powers. Okay, so that distribution of that powers, or transferring that authority to the subordinate is called as delegation. Okay, so it is nothing but, suppose the president wants to, or whoever in the top management, he wants to give some, or he wants to transfer some authority to his subordinate. So that process of transfer of authority from a superior to subordinate, and that process is called as delegation. Okay, in simple words, it is nothing but transfer of authority to the subordinate. It's called as delegation. So why it requires? So it helps the higher authority to focus on those activities which must be done by that person. Okay, you can concentrate on those activities, on those you supposed to concentrate. You only must have to concentrate. Okay, and rest of the activities you can get done by the subordinate, the help of subordinates. Okay, so delegation, why it is required? Because it helps you to focus on the activities on which you only have to focus. Okay, so that is what. And the one more benefit of this delegation is it helps the subordinates to take their initiation. It helps them to take their initiation. It helps them to put their steps forward. Okay, because when you are going to give authorities, obviously they feel satisfied in the performing their jobs. It satisfies the subordinates' needs for the recognition, because it creates some feeling of recognition among the subordinates. That is why delegation is required. Okay, so in simple words, delegation is nothing but downward transfer of authority, or transferring authority to the subordinates. Okay, when it comes to, let me discuss one definition given by Mr. Theo Heman. Delegation of authority means delegation of authority. Delegation of authority means merely the granting of authority. Merely the granting of authority. Granting granting of authority, early granting of authority to subordinates to operate within prescribed limits. To subordinates to operate with or within the prescribed limits. Okay, so it is given by Mr. Theo Freeman. Okay, so delegation of authority can be defined as merely the granting of authority to subordinates to operate within the prescribed limits. Okay, so which means in every organization, authority or the superior is going to give some authority to the subordinate to perform his job in a better manner, and that process of transferring authority from the superior to the subordinate, so that can be called as delegation. Always it helps the superior to perform his job better, because he can focus on those activities that he is supposed to focus, and also can take the help of effective functioning from the subordinate. Okay, it is just a result of superior subordination relationship. Okay, that is about the delegation. When it comes to the elements, so let us discuss the elements. The important elements of delegation. Important elements of delegation. First one, authority. Responsibility, and accountability. So what is authority then? So authority is nothing but it implies the right to give an order. It is nothing but the right to give an order and get the work done by your subordinate. Okay, so that is what authority is about. It is nothing but you have the powers, you have the position to give some orders to your subordinate, and you can get the work done from that employees. Okay, so that is about authority. Okay, the concept of authority arises from the position in the organization. Okay, the position in that scalar chain. Sorry, the position in that hierarchy. It arises as a result of which particular position you are holding in the organization. Okay, and also always it flows downwards. Authority flows downwards. Always a superior can give orders to his subordinate, and he can give orders to his subordinate. Likewise, it flows downwards. Okay, so authority is nothing but it is the right to give an order and get the obedience from your subordinate. Okay, it arises as a result of the position you are holding in the organization or in that hierarchy, and always it flows downwards. Okay, that is about the authority. So second thing, responsibility. What is responsibility then? What is the responsibility then? So it is the obligation. It is the obligation of a subordinate to perform the assigned work properly within given time. Okay, so when we know that authority means he can give orders to him, he can give orders to him, he can give orders to him. Likewise, that flows downwards. Whereas responsibility means it is the obligation of every subordinate. It is the obligation of every subordinate to complete or to finish the given are assigned work properly within given time. Okay, so it is the obligation of every subordinate. Okay, it is the obligation of every subordinate that he has to finish the work assigned by his higher authority to him. Okay, so we know that in every cases, your superior is going to give some orders. Okay, whereas responsibility means you supposed to stand on that word orders. You supposed to finish that assigned task, finish that given task to you, and that too properly within given time, and that is what a responsibility is. Okay, so authority means giving order. Okay, it is the right to give order and get obedience, whereas delegation just vice versa, just opposite to this. Listen after your authority. It is just finishing the assigned task properly within the given time. Then what is the accountability? What is accountability? So many times we have this word too. Okay, accountability. So it implies being answerable to the final outcome. Being answerable to the final outcome in a sense. We know that in case of authority, we will assign some work to the subordinate, and subordinate carries responsibility or obligation of finishing that assigned task by his higher authority. Whereas accountability means being responsible for the final outcome. If it is not if the final outcome is not came as it is expected, so in such cases you are always responsible to your authority. Okay, whereas this flows from downwards to upwards. Okay, from down to upwards. Okay, accountability flows from down to upwards because always every subordinate is answerable to his superior. Okay, suppose some task given by the principal, okay, or some task given by the vice principal is not finished by his subordinate. Okay, so in such cases, always you supposed to give answers, whereas he is answerable to his authority, his higher authority, whereas he is answerable to his superior. Likewise, so this answerability, this accountability flows upwards. Always every subordinate is answerable to his superior. Okay, so that is about the accountability. Okay, so in simple term, accountability is nothing but being answerable for the final outcome. Okay, so once authority is given and is supposed to be made responsible, at the same time you also cannot deny the accountability. Okay, but just I want to conclude this. There is always there is supposed to be proper balance between authority and responsibility. Okay, when you are going to make or made one person responsible, he is supposed to give him some authority also. Always there is supposed to be balance between the authority and the responsibility. Or otherwise what is going to happen is, if you give excess of authority without responsibility, it leads to misuse of powers. He may misuse his powers, and whereas excess responsibility without giving authority, if you only made one person responsible, that leads to slaverism. So that is why always there must be some proper balance between the authority and the responsibility. And at the same time, when authority is given, when you made some person responsible, at the same time this accountability also carries. We cannot deny that responsibility, accountability. Okay, so when it comes to some of the differences, obviously we know that authority flows from upward to downwards. Authority flows downwards. Always you have powers to give orders to your subordinate, whereas responsibility and accountability flows upwards. Always you are responsible, you are answerable to your superior. Okay, that is one of the major differentiation. Then the other thing is, when it comes to delegation, you can delegate powers, you can delegate authority, but you cannot delegate your accountability. You are answerable means you are answerable, you must be answerable. You cannot shift to another. Okay, so the final outcome, you supposed to be being answerable. Okay, that is what accountability, and that's about the elements of delegation. That's about the elements of delegation. Okay, authority, responsibility, accountability. These three all go by hand in hand, which means without authority there is no responsibility, without responsibility there is no accountability. Okay, so if you made one person responsible, he has given you some amount of authority, as well as he made some extent, he made accountability. Okay, that's about some of the major elements or important elements of our delegation concept. In the next class, we will discuss what is the major importance of this delegation process. Okay, so that's about the today's class. The next class, we'll discuss the importance. Till then, stay at home, keep learning. Thank you.